Is 13th an unlucky number? So, while I was growing up, I had this a kind of a thirst for the beyond, and school was really boring. School had every logical explanation for everything. Like we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon. It's just so boring. You know how my guru says it? My guru says that, you're breathing the same air as the tree is breathing. And it's so pure poetic, and it's so, he's really trying to, uh, he's really trying to tell you the fact that, how everything is one. And it's so beautiful, right? But how these people teach us in school, you're getting in oxygen, you're getting out, you're exhaling the carbon dioxide, and, you should um, plant more trees because they give more oxygen and blah 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 blah. And it's just so boring. I think we should plant trees because they are so beautiful. No, like everything is very profit minded in school, and they teach you like that. Science is very logical, very, it's very, yeah. They just, what is your benefit out of it? Everything like that, and it's just so unpoetic and unromantic and so boring. So school was really boring. So I just wanted to, I think I used to watch horror movies. I used to stay late at night. So I think that time phones weren't, the internet hasn't much exploded yet here in India. So while I was growing up, I used to watch these haunted movies. I used to wait till 11 o'clock because, all these ghost movies and everything would come around 10 or late at night. So to stay at 10 or 11 o'clock, and I used to start. And, Hollywood used to, I think Bollywood doesn't have more of ghost stories like that. But yeah, Hollywood had really good ghost stories. I used to watch it and, enjoy myself and, just think and, something to think and ponder about that there's something beyond what we can see. I was just so tired of, somewhere my soul was so tired of, seeing under microscopes, seeing invisible under microscopes. Somewhere my soul knew that there is something so much there's a fairy tale beyond this stupidity that they're teaching us in school. There's so much beyond. So as a school kid, I felt absolute idiotic. And then I became a teacher as well. I don't know, you call it my karma or what, but I was a teacher for 5 more years, you know. So, and that was also very painful. Teaching something that I didn't like myself. I mean, I was a literature, uh, I was a literature teacher, so yeah, I was better. So I was this, yeah, it was better. Teaching stories, sharing stories, it was still better. But yeah, I mean, I hated grammar. Why so logical? When children can really learn it from the womb. Language is something that you can really learn it from the womb, right? Why teach them so much accuracy and precision? Why grammar? Like, I never liked grammar classes teaching, though I taught it very well. I think so in my own mind, I don't know. But yeah, because I'm also kind of person, I want a kind of precision. So yeah, I used to teach it. But yeah, somewhere just one spark of my soul was like, yeah, you're teaching it good, you're doing your best, but why grammar? Why so much precision? Why 100% accuracy in language? Why is it even needed? You know? And school was somewhere about, well, this video is not about school. So let's just get back to why 13 is an unlucky number. So, I used to watch these ghost movies and everything, and very much a Western concept, okay? That they won't have these 13th floor, then 13 house number is haunted and everything. So yeah, and 13 number was the villain somehow. And I don't know, but somewhere there's a thing in the collective that what is, said wrong by everyone, somewhere is right. That's what happened with the witches as well. They were wronged by everyone, and they were so right. You know, uh, even if we see for that matter, we see even see Jesus. He was wronged by the majority, and he was right, isn't it? So yeah, I had this kind of like, why is 13 the villain? Like I felt a kind of a sympathy and empathy for number 13. I felt like, no, there must be something so right about number 13 that, they have wronged it as a collective. So I had a kind of an interest in number 13 always. I think somewhere my story also, you know, in some way. I mean, I carried that energetics imprint as well in my own life. Just wronged for things, but I was right. you know a little bit of which wound that I did carry in my life must be in my past life as well, because it carried in my current life as well. So yeah, so I had a kind of an interest for the number 13. And as I went deeper into spirituality, Sanatan Dharma really attracted me, and I saw this so much profound wisdom in this dharma, a centuries old, you know a centuries old religion, dharma. I mean, I don't even have the right words right on my mouth to describe its profundity, and how it is just not another religion. Just not, you cannot even compare it to another religion. I'm sorry. But it's so old and so profound. Like, I am speaking here as a spiritual seeker. I have gone through different stories, and I've gone through different Greek mythologies. I've gone through different narratives, and I have read Western people as well. And staying in India, having a colonial mindset, and still, I think we are more or less inspired by Western authors. Usually, but the more and more I went deeper into my spirituality, into my sadhana, I found that um, Sanatan Dharma is beautiful. Sanatan Dharma had a very different, way of explaining what number 13 is. So, yeah, I was going through this story. So, I was watching a web series of Shiv Shakti. So, this web series takes stories from Shiv Puran. Shiv Puran is a very old uh, religious text, and it has, it is the beauty of Sanatan Dharma that they recite stories and narratives. They don't say that do good in the world, do, behave sensibly in the world. It's not some constitution or commandments written, but they just explain it through stories. You decode yourself, you know and you will know it. Experience, live the story within yourself, and you will know what to do and what not to do, what is how to live sensibly. So it's so beautiful in that sense. They will never leave a moral of the story. And um, I was actually training, I was doing my teacher training. Then they actually taught us that you should never tell the moral of the story to students. Let students think themselves. That's the best way, you know, to teach someone, that you let them learn on their own. That's how we do it. And Sanatan Dharma followed that. And it's so beautiful, right? And yes, all the religions have got little, they've gotten so corrupted over time. And the real thing is lost. But okay. Still, there's a lot more. If we evolve in our consciousness, I'm sure we can really, get the real um, get the real religion out, for all of us to access. So yeah, so I have this beautiful story to tell you. It's about Nandi and Shiva. So Nandi, it was some. So Nandi was born in this family of a rishi, a saint, and I mean, so the story starts like, Shiv and Shakti, they do the Tandava, and, the creation has come into existence. Okay, the Shiv Puran starts like that. The creation has come into existence, and, then Shiv creates Vishnu creates Brahma, and Brahma starts, the earth life, and, Daksh is his son. and Daksh is the king. Daksh Prajapati is the king, and he is the father of Sati. So yeah, I mean, Sati is at so basically, when the creation was created, then Sati, I mean, Parvati and Shiva, they take. You should, I mean, she's not yet Parvati, she's not yet Sati, okay? When the creation was created, she's Adi Shakti, and then there is Shiva. So Adi Shakti says that I have to go back, I have to go back into the creation. I have to go back into the creation, and then I will find you. So Shiva stays where he is. He stays in Kailash, and they do their leela because it's their duty, and it's how it's their inbuilt nature, and that's how gods are supposed to, you know. And yeah, they have to let the life flow. Life is mysterious and mystical, and they have to let her flow. So she goes, and they have teary eyes, and they're sad because they have to go apart. But then finally she takes birth as a baby girl in the house of Daksh Prajapati. So this is a beautiful, story that they show. Now let's just come to the story of Nandi. So Shiva is there, and though the story has not much to do with Adi Shakti, it is a beautiful, communication, and it's a beautiful communication and devotion between the creation, the creator. Of course, he is the master creator because he has created everyone. Okay, and the Nandi is his, one of the creations, born out of Brahma. So yeah, Nandi is doing his. So yeah, Nandi is born into a family of a rishi. Okay, and one day another rishi comes to him, and he tells. So he shows his kundali, this astrological chart of Nandi to a rishi, and that rishi, that saint, says that your son is going to die at 12. That is the life. So um, uh, focus here on the number 12. Okay, so he says that your son is going to die at 12. So so this rishi, he is also a very big Shiva bhakt. Okay, the father of Nandi he's also rishi, he's also saint, he's a very big Shiva bhakt. And he says that no, my Shiva will take care of my child, you know so it won't happen. So he asked Nandi that you so somehow Nandi inherited that devotion from his father. Definitely, it was in the family, it was in the DNA, it was in the bloodline. So somehow he inherited that devotion of Shiva. Well, we all have that in our bloodline, by the way. The devotion towards Shiva, because of course he's the creator. And how come we cannot love back our own creator, right? So, and we all have that. It's just that we are not very much connected to that truth. That could be a different subject altogether. But we all have that in our bloodlines. So, um, yeah, Nandi does his, bhakti a lot. So Daksh Prajapati is very, um, he's a very boastful king, and he has an enmity with Shiva because of how Shiva operates in the world. He has a little bit problem and some um, a little bit argument and a little bit of an incident happened between Shiva and Brahma. And Daksh Prajapati is the son of Brahma. So a little incident happened, and after that he had a kind of a negative bias towards Shiva, and he thought that he was his enemy. And that is the beauty of Sanatan Dharma, that you can challenge the creator, you can have your own views and opinions. And she was like, is not bothered, and it's like, okay, you keep what you keep. He's not bothered, he doesn't come to kill him or something, or to take revenge, you don't like me or something like this. No, of course he's a god. Yeah, he's beautiful in his own ways. So Daksh has basically banned everyone from Shiva Puja, Whereas this Nandi, he goes and steals Shiva Lingam from nearby villages, and wherever they are hidden or where they were left in forests, and he collected around 1008 Shivalingas at his place, and he hid them all, and he used to do his bhakti. He knew the fact. He knew that after 12 he's no more. He's there till the age of 12. So he thought, I'll live my life to the fullest. So he used to do Shiva Bhakti a lot. And he used to, such a big devotee of Shiva. And he was so much into puja and devotion. So finally the day came. Finally the 12th, year came. And that day specifically came. And he knew that this is my day, because the Rishi, the saint, has very clearly told that this is the day. Okay, that your son is going to die. So the father is little upset, of course, that what is going to happen to my son. But this Nandi, he's such a happy kid. He's such a happy kid. And he's shown in that series, he's shown a very fat, nice, cutie boy, totally. And he is certainly very happy, and he's like, I am going to, I'm going to die, and till the time I'm here, I'm going to live it. I'm going to live it and spend all my time in Shiva Puja, and, I'll get all these Shiva Lingas, and, I'll save them. So finally the day comes, and, the god of death. So here we have a god of death called Yamaraj. So he comes in, and Nandi sees it. Oh, the death is approaching. The god of death is coming towards him. And of course, the description of this god of death, the little detail that they have added, to in the series, how he's very, he's scary, okay? He's scary. In the web series, it's shown is scary. Death is scary, right? I mean, to all of us. I mean, to humans who have not lived fully, it's scary. But the moment Nandi sees it, he just ties a thread from lingam to his body, and he says that when god of death comes, um, at least I will not be separated. The last moments also I will spend with my Shiva. I'll spend in my Shiva bhakti. I'll spend in my, worshipping this lingam. And so let Yamaraj come. Okay, at least, I'll concentrate on this. So the god, he's a very roaring and scary face, and Viraj is coming and is approaching, and just then Shiva just suddenly appears in between, and he stops Yamaraj. So the father is now really happy. He says, now finally my son's life is forsaken. But so now but Shiva and Yamaraj goes into a debate. So Yamaraj is like, I get it, he's a devotee, but we have to follow the rules, right? Follow the rules of Adi Shakti, follow the rules of nature. You and me, we cannot escape it. We cannot escape her, right? And that's the profundity and wisdom of Sanatan Dharma. All these stories, if you watch these stories from Shiv Puran, Shiva keeps saying that, I cannot, um, yeah, I cannot ignore nature, or I cannot break the rules of nature. I cannot break the rules of the universe. I am also below that, though I have created it, but I also come under that. I also come under her, Adi Shakti, the nature, the feminine force. We can never escape the force of nature. What if the god gets corrupted? There should be a feminine force to, ensure the justice. So she's that. She's nature. She's universe. She's Adi Shakti. So that's how she's really, that force is described in these scriptures. And that's how my understanding has been built, as much as I have read. So, so Yamaraj says we cannot really break the rule, right? So Shiva says it's okay. She says, it's okay. We'll do one thing. He'll, I'll take him straight away to Kailash, with his body. So, and, um, they also say about ascension that it's going to happen in the body. It's going to, um, um yeah, the evolution. It starts, and it happens fully with your own body. So yeah, Nandi also went to Kailash, straight away to Kailash with Shiva. So he says that, Yamaraj says that, Shiva, you are the Mahakal. You are beyond time, right? So he, Yamaraj also has to bow down in front of Mahakal. He is beyond 12. He's number 13th, actually. 12 number represents samsara. 12 number represents, a clock has 12, months are 12. It's a complete cycle. But who is beyond that? Beyond that is Mahakal. Beyond that is number 13. Beyond that is Shiva. He's beyond time and space. And he can do things. Which, so this Nandi had a very VIP death. Shiva himself came and he said, Yamraj, stay away from my kid. Okay. And he takes Nandi to Kailash. And Nandi is so happy, he's so joyful. You have to look at his chubby face. I mean, how it is shown in the movie, shown in the web series, it's so pretty, it's so beautiful. And the father is a little bit upset, and yet he also experienced some kind of liberation. What he was expecting was that, like my child life will be forsaken. But what he saw was that not only his child life is forsaken, he, he's taken to Kailash, he has attained mukti, he has attained Jivan Mukti, he's gone to Kailash. So that's a next level of, you know, thing that he can't even think that much good for his child. you know, he just wanted his son to be near. But what he got was to be with Shiva in Kailash as his Shivgan. And not only that, when Shiva takes him to Kailash, so already the Shivgans that were present, they kind of started to bully this Nandi because he was new in the gang. So he said, "You don't bully him. He's the leader, okay? He's the leader of the Shivgan." So yeah, all this. So yeah, 13 is actually a number of Mahakal. 13 is actually a number beyond samsara, beyond the cycles. And I'm sorry, but I have seen a few deaths, but I've never seen a natural death. Yeah, I know what a natural death is and I do feel it. And I'm sorry, but people break their bodies before the natural death comes. They are not fully responsible. Yes, the pharmaceutical company. Yes, we have gone so far away from the truth that we don't know how to live sensibly, how to be really healthy. Our mind is only against the body. Our mind craves for a junk food. Mind is not with the body. Mind and body are separate. We are facing a dissociation between mind and body. Mind wants to do its own thing, whereas body needs something else. Mind does not cater to the body. So we've gone so far away from the truth. There's so much dissociation and cognitive dissociation that has happened within our own system, within our own being. Everyone wants to do a separate thing. We have lost being one with our systems. So so yeah, even in my bloodline, I've not seen some really natural deaths. I think my mic isn't working. Yeah. So even in my bloodlines, I've not seen much natural deaths. We've gone so far away from dying naturally. because we are not living naturally. So these kind of deaths shouldn't be rare, no? That Shiva himself is coming to take you. But these kind of deaths actually become rare, natural deaths, whereas they should be the common. You know, I believe in this fairy tale. I do believe that, yeah, fairy tale exists. Shiva comes to take you, if you allow it. Otherwise, he sends his one of his man called Yamraj to take you. It's about how beautifully you lived, or how beautifully you want to live. Thank you for watching the video.